Who do you work for? What's your name? Why are you outside filming? No, I'm asking you a question. Absolutely. I'm asking you a question. Who are you with? Channel 2? Okay, cool. And what's your name? You're not where? Okay, I'm just asking who you are because you're outside in the museum doing a little filming, so we're trying to figure out. So we're actually, as a matter of fact, I would. As a matter of fact, I would. Yes, I do. All right. I am. What's your name?
My name is Dorthy Tucker.
Hi, Dorothy. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
All right, great. I'm David Peterson. I'm David Peterson, President and Executive Director of the museum.
What's the name again?
David Peterson.
Common spelling on both of those?
I'll give you a card when we're done.
Okay.
Okay, great.
David, did you call and have this woman's car towed?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Why did you?
Well, because there are two reasons. One, because we have tour buses that come to the museum. We have international traffic comes here, and when they come, we like for people to feel very safe in the community, so we have them pull right here. You know, and that's why we have the yellow strip right there.
Did you paint this yet?
Yes, we did. And now, in addition to that, just so that there wouldn't be confusion, we put some cones out there as well, just so people wouldn't, you know, be misunderstood as far as what was going on.
Did you get permission from somebody to do this?
As a matter of fact, the person who did that is not here right now, who actually did the physical painting. But here's the response for us doing that. Here's the reason we did that. The reason we did it was because we were having trouble where people were parking here, and it had come to a point where people would park in front of the driveway and block traffic coming into the museum. So we decided that what we would do was make people aware that you're not supposed to park here. In addition to that, we called this person right here, who actually is a vendor for the city. And they told people, they came out, did a site inspection, and then they told us exactly what it was that we have to do in order to get this sign up. So the day that
you're saying vendor told you that it was okay?
Absolutely.
For you to paint this?
Absolutely.
And do this?
Absolutely. And if you look in the driver handbook, and also the police superintendent down the street actually told us that there was a clause in their handbook as well that said that people can, you know, determine who parks a certain amount of space on each side of their driveway or whatever.
Mr. Peterson, I spoke with the city.
Okay, great.
The city says you cannot paint this curb yellow.
Okay.
This is a public street.
Okay.
You just can't decide to paint a curb yellow and tell people they can't park here.
Okay. Well, because this was a fairly new issue for us. Because, you know, we've been here 20 years and we've never had that type of trouble before. We've never had negative interactions with people in the community ever. Most of the time, people just have the common courtesy to not park right here. Now, I understand what you're saying, but please understand my position. There's a sign right here that says you can't park right there.
That sign is for your private lot.
Well, it's not. If it were for the private lot, it would be inside. But however, this is a conversation. This is a conversation that I previously had with a couple of officers. When I went in the office after I was done, I spoke with that officer's lieutenant, and he actually had the officer come back and put the cones there because he said we actually were in our rights to do that. So, you know, as far as details and specifics with that, I definitely don't want to discuss all of that on camera, you know, because it's just not the type of. I understand. You, my dear.
They say you cannot.
I understand that. I understand that. But you, my dear, are a reporter for the news station. Okay, great. So therefore, you're not necessarily a lawyer or someone, you know, in a position to say yay or nay. You're simply a representative of a news station. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, actually, you're a little late because we did get a call from the city. They actually said that they're having someone investigated right now. said that they were unaware of what was going on. So we asked them who sent them, because for 20 years we've been on this corner, we've never had this type of issue. So we were trying to kind of figure out.
This woman's car.
Well, yeah,
You had this woman's car towed
absolutely
from a public street.
Absolutely.
You did this.
Yeah, you say that it's a public street, but what you don't say is this is on how many feet? How many feet do I need to get a tape measure? But how many feet from the driveway is her car parking? No. As you can see, it's right there.
She's not in front of your driveway.
Okay, I understand, but once again, I'm asking you. I'm telling you that on either side of the driveway, we were told by a handbook. I don't have the specific. I don't have the specific clause in there, but there's a page. It's 30 or 31, if I'm not sure.
What
but there's one of the city driver's handbooks. I'm not sure which one it was, because once again, the person that I had to do the research came back with that information for me. So since that time, after that call was made, about 10 to 15 minutes later, the officer actually who was outside dealing with this situation came back and said, "Hey, sorry about the confusion. Please put more cones out there." Not put the cones that were just out there, but he said put more cones out there so that there wouldn't be confusion. So,
and this sign here.
This sign right here, once again, the reason that it's outside of the gate is because it's talking about the traffic right here.
It's talking about from where?
Talking about the traffic on the outside.
On the outside.
On the outside of the fence, which is directly in front of our property.
So you have
not around the corner.
You've hired a private company.
Absolutely.
To tow from a public street.
Well, no, not a public street. Once again, you say public, but it's outside. It's outside of public property. I mean, outside of private property.
Company does not have a contract.
This gentleman right here who's coming to cut the grass, he's contracted to cut the grass from right here to right here and on the other side of the fence. That's something that we privately do. The city doesn't do that. In 20 years, there's been any type of something going on with out here, they don't take care of this. Like right here, let me show you. Well, there's a hole right here. A couple of kids have fallen in the hole. This is right outside. This is public property, if you will. But nobody's come to address that. Nobody's come to address a few things that are going on right around the perimeter. However, all of a sudden, there's a lot of city, attention on here. So my thing is this. As far as the specifics, at some point, they will come to light, and we'll deal with it accordingly, with respect, with dignity and integrity, because those are the things that the Pullman Porter's Museum.
I would like the city.
That's the thing. Those are things that the Pullman Porter Museum are ambassadors of. Okay. We're 20. Once again, we're a 20-year institution that's independently. That's independently.
Is this company hired to tow cars?
That's independently owned and operated. We're not funded by city, state, or federal funds. Okay. We're here as an ambassador of international tourism in the urban community, preparing for the revamping of Pullman, which will at some point become the 402nd National Park. So that's why we are here. So once again, the reason that we have to take the reason that we have to do that is once again because we have international tourists come, they need to park their bus right there. So as far as the specifics, okay. We can deal with it another time. Thank you guys so much for coming out. All right, take care.
And her car was towed. And she called.
And there's no clause in any handbook that says on each side of the driveway that you can't have say so of what goes on your private property. On each side of the driveway, there's no clause that says that in the handbook.
No, there's no clause. You know what? We need to talk.
There's no clause.
There's no page on page 30 or 31 in any handbook of the city of Chicago that says that a person that owns a property and has a driveway on either side of that driveway can determine what goes on. This is a question that I'm asking for clarity for myself, so I know future.
I would have to know what handbook you're talking about, and then I would have to read the handbook.
Okay, great. So we don't have a specific answer.
There's an MCC book about the municipal laws in the city.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now hang on. I'm gonna get out of the car.
Okay.
Okay, great.